Be clear about your circumstances. Be clear about your healing journey. Don't put on a facade for somebody who's not going to be there to wipe up the mess that they make at the end. Love you more than you love anybody else. Yeah. Okay. Hey y'all, it's your little big sis, CJ Renee, and today we're talking about navigating relationships. Why is it important to navigate relationships, especially during your healing process? Like, should we even be in a relationship? Good point. Ask God about it. Pray. Make sure you're involving God in every step, in every day, in every way. Because healing is hard enough by yourself. Doing it with God makes it a little bit more easier. Okay. Not only that, but you don't want to re-traumatize yourself or cause yourself more traumas in the future because of not you deciding to do things without asking God if this is what the next step is, right? Um Make sure that in your relationships, whether it be family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, work relationships, just people that you do business with, whatever the case may be, make sure that your healing reflects on those relationships. What do you mean by that? Simply ensure that you're not putting on the expectations that you had from your past relationships on this new one. Don't hold on to what people used to do to you. Don't think that everyone is going to treat you the same. Yeah, because that's self-explanatory. Like I know for me especially, going into new relationships, I try not to think about what people used to do to me before. I try not to think about how people used to move with me before. You know what I mean? And I try to keep myself laser focused on this is the right now. We are here and now. This is a new individual. I'm a new individual. I have healed. I have grown. I can pay attention to the things that don't feed me. They don't nurture me. I can see those things from a mile off now. And I know that I'm not going to put myself in a situation that's going to cause me to relive past traumas. That's one. Two, involving God ensures that thing won't happen. Involving God ensures that if this person is not going to feed your spirit and is going to cause trauma to be caused again in your life, that he will give you the signs and he will move that person out the way. Let me give you a story. I just recently broke up with my boyfriend. And yeah, you would think that I'd be crying boohooing. Don't get me wrong, I did do my little tea thing. But you know what I realized? That if God wanted that man in my life, that man will be in my life today. Who am I to tell myself that I messed up and that I didn't heal properly or that he was the one? No. God knew that the trauma that he was going to cause me would be 10 times worse than him just breaking up with me. And so God removed him. We ain't had no big fight. There was no, oh, he cheated on me, you cheated on him. No, none of that. It was just, this is not going to work. We don't have the same level. We're not on the same level. We're not seeing the same way. Okay? And that's okay. That's okay. Let God move those people out your way. If that wasn't meant for you, let God move that thing. You got to trust God. That's one. And every relationship, you need to trust God. This didn't work out, trust God. That didn't go this way, trust God. Believe that God has a plan for your life because it's not about you. It's about who you're around and who you affect. And the fact that you affect so many people around you in your life, God has to ensure that the people that are in your life that are going to affect you don't negatively affect you because you have to positively affect other people around you. So that's one. Make sure your healing reflects your relationship. Two, develop strong boundaries. I mean, if you say you're not having sex before marriage, make that thing a non-negotiable. Okay? No, I mean 2025. We not letting things slide no more. We're not doing that, especially not in these relationships, and especially not in your healing journey. If you don't want to deal with people talking to you disrespectfully, dead that. I mean, you can't even get another call in at this point because I'm not allowing people to talk to me disrespectfully. This is about you and your healing process. This is about you and your journey. And it is the utmost importance that you prioritize yourself and include God in the process. God, I don't like the fact that this person did that to me. This is a boundary of mine. If it is meant to be, God, fix it. But I'm shutting this down. That's how you handle situations. That's two. And I mean, make strong boundaries for real. Like, don't make boundaries that I'll give some leniency here. No, don't do that. Don't do that because you're going to go backtrack. It's going to be this one time, then the second time, then the third time. Next thing you know, you re-traumatized all over again because you didn't take heed to what you said. I cannot deal with. I cannot take on. Be clear about your circumstances. Be clear about your healing journey. Don't put on a facade for somebody who's not going to be there to wipe up the mess that they make at the end. Love you more than you love anybody else. Yeah? Okay. Number 3, and this is our last point. This is our last point for navigating relationships. And make sure you hear me loud and clear. Knowing when to give grace and space. Knowing when to give grace and space is so important. And it has a lot to do with the first two subjects or the first 2 points that we made. Giving grace in a situation where, okay, maybe this person didn't really know how to speak to me at that point. Maybe they didn't really know how to deal with me. I understand I'm triggered by this, and they may not understand that that's a trigger, or they might not understand, okay, this was probably out of order. She probably bothered by that. Sometimes people don't get triggers because it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing to get mad and yell. It's a natural thing to, say the things that you don't mean sometimes in the middle of a conversation. With people who are on a healing journey, we have to be able to understand that our triggers is like regular day, everyday things sometimes. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the person who's triggering you is trying to trigger you. It's important that you gotta feel for it though. That's why I say include God in everything you do, baby. Because God is going to show you, okay, now this person, I don't think they really meant that. Give them grace. Now, grace does not mean backtracking on your boundary. Oh, no, no, no. Grace means I'm upset with you. You did me dirty in this moment. You may not feel like you did, but because I can't sit here and allow that to happen, I'm going to have to back off. That's it. Even if you send a text message or have a face-to-face conversation, I didn't appreciate that you did that. It's one of my triggers. And at this time, I feel like I need to just take a step back and reevaluate. Grace and space is important in your healing process because not everybody's going to understand. But also, that don't mean you got to deal with it either. Be very clear about where you are in your life and in your healing journey. And never, ever, ever, ever take on a healing journey and process without God. I'm telling y'all will fail every time. You're going to fail every time. I never got this far ever in my healing process until I involved God. Involving God is important. Praying and reading your word is important. So with that being said, it's y'all little bit sister signing off. It's CJ Renee, and y'all already know what's up. It's 2025. We riding strong on this healing journey, baby. All right, I love y'all. See y'all next episode. Bye. To ensure you don't miss an episode of 31 and Thriving, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to share. It's y'all little big sis, CJ Renee.